Merry Monday to everybody.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to Mix It 3. It's
Yes.
Cliff and Nat. I hope you're doing well today.
How are you doing?
Coming off of a weekend. Whew, busy weekend. Actually, how do you say it? It was a stag weekend. The wife, we flew the wife up to Maine. She's spending a couple of days up there with her aunt. They are roughing it. They're camping, like in a cabin with no heat in a Coleman little camping grill and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds fun.
I'm not there.
Yes.
Because I just really don't do the hard camping.
Is that too cold right now in Maine?
No, actually, it probably feels great.
Oh.
She's from Pennsylvania anyway, so
Yeah.
she's digging this right now. She wants the snow and she wants to wear that nice little parka and everything. So yeah, hope you're having fun out there.
Yeah, have fun, Heidi. I just got back from Atlanta and had a great time with my friends. I lived in Atlanta a few years
Yes, you did?
before. Right, I moved back here in 17, and it's funny to say, but a lot has changed, but nothing has changed, you know? That's how I feel when I go there, but we always have a good time.
Wherever you are, an hour from Atlanta, you're still an hour from Atlanta because it's just that diverse that way.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people complain about traffic in Atlanta, but you know what? You just get used to it, and you just have to plan ahead. It always works, and you always have fun. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get used to the Atlanta traffic. I'm just going to go without.
But if you think of the end goal, like, it's going to be fun. Like, you're going to an event, you're going to do something cool. So,
driving in Atlanta is an adventure. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it that way.
Let's be positive. Yes.
I had a good time. Saturday, I went out and hung out a little bit at the Rockin' for Boobies event for breast cancer. That was at Soleil on Saturday night, headed up by a couple of friends of mine that had been on Morning Mix before, too. So congratulations to them. They had a nice little turnout. A lot of people were enjoying that. And then, just relax on your Sunday. Just chill.
Yeah.
Because here comes the week, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to be busy for it.
And, if you buy something and maybe if you don't want to return it, now Uber can do that for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you're going with that.
Well, Uber now can take the returns off of your hands. The rideshare giant has added a service that drops off e-commerce packages at a local post office, FedEx, or UPS outpost.
Okay.
Uber says drivers can take as many as 5 prepaid sealed packages.
All right, so here's the deal. They got to be valued under $100, and they have to weigh less than 30 pounds. All right, so the service costs a flat fee of $5. That's actually not too bad for that. Uber thinks many people will kind of opt into this since so many dread these online returns. And then, of course, you've got to make sure you get it either to the postal, to the mailbox or whatever. And, you want to make sure that it's getting to where it needs to go. According to a February study from the National Retail Federation, nearly half of consumers would prefer to sit in rush hour traffic, maybe in Atlanta, than make a return via mail. Have Uber do it and sit in traffic instead.
Yes. It's embarrassing to say I bought something on Amazon and it's in my car forever. I'm gonna lose the expiration date, and I would pay $5 for them to take to the UPS.
I'll say the greater CSRA. I've Ubered and done the Lyft. It's been pretty non-eventful. It's been pretty easy,
Yeah.
So
That's
I'll
worth it.
trust my packages to the Uber. That's fine.
Yeah.
How about this? Netflix. They're back in action again. They could raise prices a few months after the SAG-AFTRA strike ends. That's a possibility, according to the Wall Street Journal, citing, quote, anonymous sources. The Journal reports fees are likely to go up again in the U.S. and Canada, followed by several other global markets. Now, here's the deal. It's unclear when that could happen or what the revised plans might cost.
So Netflix says it's already making more of customers by cracking down on password sharing and ending its basic plan. For now, customers can stream with ads or pay up to $20 a month. They have to pay extra to put a known household member on an account.
And you see, when they started finally cracking down on this, because my daughter, she lives in New York, she uses our password. Sorry, just threw that out there. There's the crackdown for me. But they haven't really hit us just yet. But I'm paying for it. She just happens to be in a different zip code. That's what
Yeah.
Fine. And we've already told Allie, by the way, when it goes away, we ain't paying for it. You're going to have to pay for it yourself.
And now Netflix.
So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, that's a message from that. Now Netflix raising prices. I'm thinking, will maybe the actors be negotiating this now? Because that's one of their, when they were complaining that Netflix are making millions and millions with the streaming and not paying accordingly to actors.
That's true. And not just Netflix, all the other streaming apps as well.
Yes. So we'll see where this will go.
It'll be interesting to see how many people will actually cut the cord if it gets too expensive. So we'll be talking about that at a future date.
Yeah.
Mix It 3 continues on the way. We're going to tell you about the upcoming PaceDay writing event benefiting the Georgia Cancer Center. And guess what? There's still time to be part of it all. That's coming up next on Mix It 3.
Well, grab the bikes, helmets, water bottles as you get ready. Just a few weeks to Paceline 2023, a great ride for a great cause.
That's right. We sat down with the president of Paceline, Martyn Jones, as well as CEO of the Medical College of Georgia Foundation, Ian Mercier, to talk about the event. Check it out.
So, Martyn, for those not familiar with Paceline, so what is it and what it does? How we get it started? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, great question. So we're in our 5th year. Our first main event was 2019. We were founded in 2018. And we're a movement, essentially. Think of us as your local movement, your community movement to cure cancer faster together. So we have a holistic approach to curing cancer faster, and that's through funding innovative cancer research covering all kinds of cancers. And we do that through funds going directly to the Georgia Cancer Center. And fortunately, one of the things we're most proud of, and it's special to Paceline, is that 100% of every single dollar that we fundraise goes straight to innovative cancer research at our Georgia Cancer Center.
And this is a year-round organization and a movement out here, but obviously the big events coming up is PaceDay, the weekend of October 14th at the Augusta Common. You've got a number of different rides. Can you run us through what's going to be happening that weekend? Yeah,
thank you. A lot going on. It is a big party, and as I say, it's the culmination of a year-round effort, really, of our community coming together in the fight against cancer, and as I say, all kinds of cancers. So on the Saturday the 14th, we have an opening ceremony. It's a big party, 5 till 8 p.m., Augusta Common. It is free, no ticket required. We're inviting all members, all of the listeners, those of you who may have a cancer story, directly or indirectly. You're all welcome to come and see what this is about. That's Augusta Common, live music and food. We'll have food trucks there. Great cancer stories, hear about what's going on at the Cancer Center and how we're funding, what impact is actually going on as a result of Paceline support. The very next day, PaceDay, is the fundraising bike ride / party. It's not a competition. It's all about having fun together, all abilities. Right. And I do mean that. There's rides from as little as 1 mile loops downtown, closed circuit, closed to traffic, to open road routes. We cater for all, and it's entirely safe. We have huge police presence all day, actually. So it really is a special concierged fun bike ride, fundraising bike ride.
Sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Ian, this is the 5th year, like Martyn said before, that the Paceline is assisting the foundation. So how has the Paceline helped the foundation throughout these years?
Yeah, well, it's a high-performing team. Paceline's team is very lean. I think anywhere from 3 to 5 people running this event. As you said earlier, it's a year-long movement. Right. So, of course, every dollar that's raised goes directly to support cancer research at the Georgia Cancer Center. And I think that's really where the MCG Foundation brings value. The board was gracious to invest in this 5 years ago. And so all of the costs around Paceline's operations, PaceDay, all of that is supported and funded by the MCG Foundation. And so all of that's just turned right back around and give to the Cancer Center. And a great example of why this is important is, we want to make sure that cost is not a barrier to the rider. We have riders of all types, of all backgrounds, all abilities. And so, for example, one thing we did is we eliminated the registration fee this year. We don't want a cost of registration to be a barrier. We want everyone to be able to participate in some shape or form. So again, all of that is covered by the foundation. We're very, very proud to do that.
All right, let's recap the information again. The weekend of October 14th, where can people go to get more information and sign up?
Very simple, yeah, paceline.org, and also various social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
All right, be sure you check that out. Again, the Augusta Common, PaceDay, October 14th and 15th. Come on down there and have a great time for a great cause. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the fact that they dropped the registration fees.
Love that too.
Just participate. Have
And
fun
it's
with
a
it.
ride, not a race.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Don't
a lot of
forget.
fun is going to be had. I think, especially if you be sure that you head down there on the 14th, because they'll have the opening ceremonies, live music, like you said, and a lot of fun too. Paceline.org, check that out. All right, Golden Harvest Food Bank is scaring hunger again this month of October. After the break, we're going to show you how you can be a part of it all. Mix It 3 will be right back.
Well, Halloween is supposed to be a time of trick-or-treats. But for a lot of people in the greater CSRA, the trick, well, it's to not go hungry.
That's right. The 2023 It's Spooky to Be Hungry campaign with the Golden Harvest Food Bank is in full swing now, hoping to bring lots of treats to those who need it. We got the chance to speak with Abby Muehlfeld and Doressa Hawes with Golden Harvest. Take a look. Abby, Doressa, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, thank you.
Spooky to be hungry. It is in full effect right now. Let's talk about this with Golden Harvest. How did this drive actually begin?
So this drive started about 31 years ago. A woman named Evelyn Brown just saw a need in her community, and so she started a neighborhood food drive. And from there, it just took off. She actually sold us the rights for $1 when she moved out of Augusta.
Amazing.
And here we are over 30 years later. It's become a local tradition in October. Our community is just amazing and has really taken this food and funds drive to another level. This year, we have the biggest goal that we've ever had, and that's 1 million meals.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cans, but I know our community can do this.
Yes.
Let's talk numbers about here. How many people in our area are struggling to keep food on the table right now?
Currently, it's 1 in 9 in our service area are food insecure, and the number for kids is actually 1 in 6.
Wow, okay. Now, a big portion of this with the Golden Harvest Food Bank is volunteers. Volunteers are incredibly helpful, especially with the Spooky to Be Hungry drive. Doressa, you are the volunteer program manager. How important is the need for volunteers right now?
The need is great. We need volunteers to help. We need neighborhood captains to help with this It's Spooky to Be Hungry campaign. So they would be responsible for their neighborhoods, canvassing their neighborhood, asking for donations and food. Neighborhoods. Also, we have the Master's Table Soup Kitchen, where we serve a meal 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and the need is great there as well.
All right, we need that help with the volunteers there. For the campaign itself, the Spooky to Be Hungry, how can people participate or donate?
Okay, so you go online to itsspookytobehungry.org, and you can start a virtual campaign. We have businesses that compete and schools as well, and so you just sign up, and you have both the virtual side, which is the funds side of it, and every $2 equals 5 meals, and then you also have the ability to do canned goods donations as well, and we have a list of most wanted items on that website as well, that because there's certain things that are more helpful than other items.
You know, earlier before the interview, we spoke about how during the pandemic, people did actually reach out and helped with Golden Harvest. That need is still dire, but the supplies have dropped, which is why this Spooky to Be Hungry is so important.
That's exactly right. We're not receiving the same amount of food that we did during the pandemic, the emergency food that we were receiving. So our warehouse shelves are a little more empty. So this is an extremely important time to help us fill those shelves, especially going into the holiday season.
Speaking of the warehouses that you're talking about, you have the Faith Food Factory, a place that I've been to before. And Doressa, this is very important with the volunteers. You also need the volunteers for those.
Exactly. We need volunteers at our Faith Food Factory benchmark location to help sort and pack food. We also do packing for families with children there, and the need is great. So we need food donations, and we need volunteers to pack the food.
And we're coming up, I believe you said there's going to be an event that's happening on the 21st.
Is that, I believe, and it's on the website, is that?
Yes, that's the drop-off locations where we'll be scattered throughout the area with bins, so you can come to the bins and drop off your food.
All right, great way to do it. And whether you're residential or whether you're a business, you can absolutely help out with Golden Harvest for It's Spooky to Be Hungry. You'll see the information on our screen, goldenharvest.org or itsspookytobehungry.org. And please help out that here in our community. Ladies, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
That's such a wonderful organization.
Yeah.
And you know, just from the Cliff Do My Job segment that we do on Mix, when I was going down there to help volunteer for one of the Faith Food Factory warehouses, they really do a lot. So it's very important that we help them out.
And other people there, they're so nice.
Absolutely.
So.
Appreciate it very much, guys. All right, coming up, we're going to show you a man passionate about Halloween and pumpkin carving, how he puts both passions on a huge holiday display. Morning Mix at 3 kicks off, continues next.
Well, Halloween is almost here and decorated is in full swing. A Rhode Island man went above and beyond.
Sam Reed introduces us to his House of 1,000 Pumpkins.
Back behind Tim Perry's home in Cranston, pumpkins are being picked up and brought in a bag out front.
Usually I don't start till October 1st, but this year I wanted to be done for October 1st.
While many decorate for fall, Tim takes it to another level.
I mean, I've always loved Halloween ever since I was a kid.
Because after learning about the haunted holiday, it was love at first fright.
My favorite horror movie is A House of 1,000 Corpses.
And for the last 15 years, 365 days a year, he's carving craft pumpkins using an X-Acto knife.
I created the House of 1,000 Pumpkins.
They come out of storage at the start of autumn. He positions them perfectly on his lawn. And trust me, they're scary good.
Once they're all out, I'm still working on it. It'll be close to 1,400.
For the last 3 years, typically 200 a year, are added to his collection.
A lot of my pumpkins are actually rock bands because I'm really into rock music.
He takes a week off of work, wiring them and bolting them into a base. And then when the sun sets at the start of spooky season, the pumpkins come out to play.
I have them on from 5 to 11 p.m.
While it might not be a nightmare on Elm Street, it's a dream come true for Tim, whose home is coincidentally on Elm Drive.
A lot of times I'll just be quiet and see and listen to them talk and say good things. It's nice to hear good things even when they don't know I'm around. So
The house of more than 1,000 pumpkins is irresistible and quite the sight to see.
I get tons of great remarks. Everybody thanks me for doing it. They say I'm the best thing in the neighborhood. They look forward to it every year. The kids go nuts. They're screaming, running around.
The display not only brightens the spirits of others who see it, but it's helping families affected by cancer through a Facebook fundraiser.
My wife was diagnosed with a type of cancer 2 years ago, and she's doing okay, and hopefully the cancer's done.
This dazzling display will stay up until the big day. Tim says he enjoys giving people pumpkin to talk about.
On a typical night, there'll just be traffic, constant traffic. You know, it's great.
It's what you live for.
It's what I live for. Halloween, it's the best.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say his neighborhood doesn't have an HOA, because I don't think that would have flown.
Love at first fright, huh?
1,000 pumpkins.
Gosh,
Plastic
that's-
pumpkins, too.
yeah.
Wow. Perry says he gets his pumpkins on clearance after the holiday. Then he carves about one a night, and he stores them until the big reveal. Where do you store
That's what I was
1,000
going to say.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, it could be this Halloween's hottest new lawn decoration, the tall pumpkin creature on sale at Target that insists it is not a jack-o'-lantern.
So fans are obsessed with the creature's catchphrase, so much so that the product has become hard to come by. Jeannie Moles reports on why fans are so obsessed.
The supply has become dry as a bone, not for the 12-foot skeleton. It's the 8-foot pumpkin that is the new must-have decoration this Halloween.
I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Louis.
Louis, the talking pumpkin.
My name is Louis.
is pretty much sold out at Target stores, even though he's not cheap. $180.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Lewis.
All Lewis does is say a few canned lines.
Hello, hello, hello.
But there's something about his catchphrase.
I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis.
It seems to have mesmerized the masses.
My name is Lewis.
Ever since Lewis went viral, as one commenter wrote, I can't stop saying, my name is Lewis, because of that Target pumpkin.
Going to Target to see if they have Lewis.
There he is, peeking out above the shelves. Fans make pilgrimages to the store to shoot TikTok videos of themselves with Lewis. Though the skeleton dwarfs him, Lewis gets 5-star reviews, even from owners who admit he's kind of flimsy. But whatever you do, don't call Lewis Jack.
I am not a jack-o'-lantern.
This pumpkin seems to be filling our heads.
My name is Lewis. Lewis.
Lewis has heads spinning faster than the girl in The Exorcist. Ginimos, CNN, New York.
My name is Lewis. What do you want to bet that's going to be the #1 name for a boy for 2024?
Oh my gosh, where are we going? Where is humanity?
I know, I'm going to Target right after this show. Check out Lewis in the aisle, see if they've got any. Thanks for joining us here today. Hope you guys have a great week. We're going to have to hear tomorrow. Hey, news first to 4 coming up at 4. Right now, though, it is Investigate TV Plus. That's next. Have yourself a great one.
Thanks for watching.
Lewis.